So I assume that she's like telling you like the same shit she's telling me, like, oh, like, you know, well, it's probably different for you, but it's probably like,
she's flipping all of us against each other.
Yeah, it's like, you can't beat them, they won't take you. And then for me, it's like, they won't ever take you. Like, why would they take you? Like, you need me in the end. Like, I'll take you. Like, shit like that. She's like telling Beth the same stuff. Like,
Tera.
Yeah, she's like, you think they're gonna take you?
Yeah.
She's like, they're gonna cut you.
Exactly. That's what she says to Beth. What she says
Beth
to me.
and Jed are not bringing you anywhere. They're gonna cut you.
Exactly.
Look at them. They're falling in love.
Exactly.
Like, same.
And then she tells Beth, like, oh, that's like, you know, like, you should, like, that'd be the biggest move. Like, you cut Jed, blah, blah, blah. And then she comes to me and says, you know.
Strong women need to stay together. Strong women need to sit the final two together.
Yeah.
Sick pitch.
And then she comes to me right away and goes, you know, Beth will burn you. Like, you should take the shot first. And, like, shit like that. I'm like, okay. So she's just trying to, like, literally pin us against each other.
She is. And she's trying to investigate, like, the deepness of all of our relationships.
Exactly.
Because even me, she's like, well, who would you be mad at? What would make you upset?
Yeah.
Who could I put up next week that won't make you upset?
Yeah.
And I'm there thinking, like, how the fuck do I answer this question?
No. And she's saying the same thing to all of us, because she came to me and she's like, all right, Jed, like, I just want to have a talk with you. If I were to win next week, like, I don't want you on the block at all. But, like, you'd have to secure me, like, moving forward, blah, 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 blah. And she's like, I can see, like, my HOH being, like, you not touching the block. And I was like, okay, so that only leaves, like, minimal options, especially if Tina's here.
Yeah.
She's like, I'll never say Tina's name. So I'm like, okay, so Brayden, and then one of you two.
Yes.
And then I'm sure she's saying the same shit to you guys. So it's like, one of us, like, we know for a fact that one of us would be going up. So just like, it just seems like lies. And she just like,
she wants one of us to point the finger at the other one.
oh, absolutely. Even when I talked to her before, I put Keith on the block and I just asked her open opinion about, like, okay, who do you think, just to see where she's at, who do you think I should put up? She started the conversation by saying, like, well, it really depends, like, how loyal you are and, like, where that lies in this game. Because I think she was trying to get me to say one of you guys.
Yeah.
And, like, I never once wavered. I was like, because I knew what she was trying to get at. And I was just like, okay. And then it went to the Kiefer direction. But I'm sure if I said, like, you know, maybe I will think about putting Ty up, she would have pushed for that hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I didn't say, like, she was like, she wanted me to say either your names or Brayden. Because now she wants to know about, like, my relationship with Brayden.
Right.
So it's like, but I wasn't giving her anything.
Right.
But I'm like, honestly, Tera, whatever you put up is going to have consequences.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to decide what you want them to be.
Yeah.
You're going to get blood on your hands. There's no way you're putting anybody up with no blood. I'm just being real with you.
Mm.
I left it at that.
Yeah.
Because the reality is, it's like, she's not putting up Tina. Whoever she puts up will probably not be clean.
Yeah, exactly. It won't be. It won't be.
That's the reality of the situation. So it's like, that's something you're going to have to live with.
Exactly. And she wants us to, like, tell her who to do so she can, like, blame it on us when it happens. You know what I mean?
No.
And she definitely thinks that your relationship with Brayden is stronger than it really
Oh.
is.
I think so too.
She's like, you think Ty's gonna take you over Brayden?
It's so close.
It was so close. She literally said that to me. I was like, in my head, I'm like, what?
I know, but like, her, I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I was like, you're fucked if you think that.
But I didn't say his name. I think because she expected me to just be like Brayden.
Yeah.
Which is why she maybe thinks it's tighter than it is. But I didn't say his name either.
Right.
Because I don't want to say his name, and she runs back to him and is like, well, Ty's saying your name.
Right.
Because she's trying to pit us all against each other.
Yep. That's what she's doing. It's actually ridiculous. You know what, Keith? How'd that go?
Good. I didn't, like, tell him, like, you're staying or anything.
Yeah.
Tina's following me around like a dog. I had to run
You were around?
upstairs. Oh, yeah. Like, literally, as soon as I walked out of there, she was waiting.
Oh.
So you talked to Keith?
Oh, really?
I was like, can you give me a sec? And then I was like, where's Jen and Todd? She's like, they're upstairs. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go talk to them. Has anything changed?
Oh, what did she say? Oh.
So.
I was outside with her for like an hour just now. Like, we didn't even talk about it, but, like, she started off by saying,
Oh, no, she's freaking out. And Tara's doing circles in the living room.
Really?
In the living room or in the backyard?
Living room.
Oh, she was
like, literally in the couch.
Running?
The couch. She's pacing.
How weird was that when we were in the bathroom? She's like, so, you guys thinking of flipping?
I was like, what?
Oh, yesterday?
Yeah. we were just talking. She goes to the bathroom, comes out, and she goes, what are you guys talking about? Thinking about flipping the boat? That's what she said. And we're just like, what? Even if we were, I'm not telling your ass.
Yeah, like, what do you think this is? You could just pull up to convos and ask questions.
Yeah. She really said, what are you guys talking about? So she came in and Ty just started talking about some random shit. He's like, yeah, so you know, like in life, like it's kind of just like Big Brother. Like.
It's like, what? It's like, what are you talking about?
You guys always fuck me though.
Remember when we were in Expedia and he's like, yeah, so like, would you use it? And we're like, what?
What?
Every time I change the
Just
subject,
completely sewer you. I was like, well.
I was like, yeah. So like, what do you guys think about the challenge? You know, what challenge?
What challenge?
What?
Keep up.
Oh, shit.
It's just so funny how sometimes we all go silent. It looks like nobody wants to pick up
I
the
know.
combo.
Yeah. No one wants to pick it up.
No one wants to pick up the fake combo.
No, it went good, and I believe him.
Yeah. Here comes a butt. Here comes a butt.
No. It's just like when I was chatting with him. Well, I know he still wants to do Final Four, which is the craziest thing to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, how can I believe you? Like, and I was like, yeah, I know this isn't like another Vic situation, like where she would actually fuck us over if we kept her. I don't think he would. He even told me, he's like, I swear on some dark stuff with Jed. I'm just gonna leave it at that. And I was like, okay.
What do you do?
I guess we're on some stuff with Jed that like I would take you guys all to the 4, and like we're not touching anyone before the 4.
Yeah, he did.
And then me and him were just making good points though. He's like, for you, like well, I even said, I was like, I've aligned myself with 3 of the strongest people in the game. And I know like comp wins are huge now moving forward. So with Kiefer still here, I'm kind of setting myself up for more loses, I would think. I'm not saying like I want to get to the end the easy way, but it is easier for me personally to win against Tina, Tera, Brayden in things and like get those things on my resume, you know? And that's all I said to him. Like, you know, your day's better than those 3. Jed and Ty are beasts. Like, so it's kind of harder for me in that way. But then he's like, there's nothing I can say to that other than like, you just need to pretty much fucking believe in yourself. But
Yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense completely. And yeah, that's like a thought. That's like a thought that you have to have.
But I also know that him being here is still a target for Brayden.
Yeah.
That's Brayden's big move or whatever.
Yeah, it is.
Like I said, Tina would just be floating around. She gets taken. She doesn't take anyone. And no one, if Tina survives this week, like no one's getting her out.
No, she's going forward. She's going to the end.
She'll go to the 4 with us.
Yeah. And it might be instead of one of us, in my opinion. I think it's like 100% a valid thing to look at the, you know, who you've aligned yourself with and like ability to win. Obviously, I think you should believe in yourself when it comes to that. But for me, it's like who's staying gives us a better chance to even get there. And I do think Kiefer
That's what I
staying
said to him, yeah.
is, at the end of the day, comp wins don't matter if you go home. You know what I mean? So
And
it's
then
like,
what I said was, like, if we keep Tina, it does make it easier to win things, but it's another hurdle for us to get to Final
It's
Four.
another person we gotta
because-
get rid of.
Yeah, and it's also someone who's not taking us there.
no, we're taking her.
We kind of would have to bet on Brayden at that point
Yeah.
to take us.
Yep.
Brayden's not gonna be a huge supporter of the Keith move though.
He's not?
It doesn't matter.
And I know it doesn't matter, but I was just feeling it
Did
out.
you feel it out?
Yeah.
What did he say?
He's just like, yeah, but like, he has comp wins. He's this, he's that. He'll get the votes. He could win the game. He could flip on you guys. Like,
It's going to be that because no one understands that we have a Final Four.
I know.
Yeah,
I couldn't explain it to him. I was just.
There's no way to explain it. The only way that we can explain it is we're splitting up
The
the
duo.
duo.
That's the biggest way to explain it. A duo
That's-
and a duo and a trio.
That's the way I've evaluated it for him. I'm like, well, we're setting up a duo and a trio at the same time.
Yeah.
I think you just have to say to him, like, if you want to make it to Final Four with us, you have to know that there's 2 people there who will never put each other on the block, and we're
Exactly.
going to get split up.
That's
Whatever.
that's the best way to describe it to someone that doesn't know our relationship with Kiefer. Because at the end of the day, ironically, Tera has sewered Tina by telling me that she would never put her up, and telling me that if she wins, she's putting one of us up for sure with no wavering. Tina has said differently, like, oh, like if it comes down to it, I will do it. But But that's not that doesn't matter because she's not in next week yet. But Tera saying that literally sewered Tina in my eyes. She shouldn't have told me that. She would never put her out. Because now why would we keep her?
Yeah.
Like that just makes, she literally said she's putting one of us out before Tina every time. Why the fuck would we keep Tina then?
Doesn't make any sense.
You know what I mean? It's a terrible plea. Like, she sewered her, and I'm gonna tell Tina that. Like, Tera literally sewered you. Because she, first of all, she's saying that she's never gonna put you up, which is dangerous for us. And second of all, she has constantly asked why your name is never said and hers always is. And that you're more of a threat than her. So, I just want to throw that in there just to throw Tera under the bus a bit.
100%.
Because she deserves that at this point.
Yeah.
She's just talking to everybody.
And Tera calling Ro a snake?
Yeah.
Like, at least Ro had some truth to what he was saying.
Yeah. No, it's too much for me. And, like, I think what Beth and I were saying last night is just, like, we need to, like, every time, if Tera pulls us and talks to us, like, we need to just, like, communicate it. Because she's getting in people's heads now. She's making us second-guess ourselves when we've never second-guessed ourselves in this entire game.
It's irritating.
It's irritating.
She's pulling up to the game now.
Yeah.
And trying to start playing.
Yes. And she's like...
And that is what I said to Keith. I'm like, you're on the block because of assumptions made.
Yeah.
Like, literally. And, like, I was a supporter of that because of assumptions made. Like, you know what I mean?
Assumptions made by us?
Well, even, yeah, and Tera getting in my head. Like, you
Right.
think Kiefer is going to take you. You
Right.
think this, you think that.
Yeah.
I should have pulled Keith aside. And we're like, are you going to cut me before the four? Like,
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
No, I actually, like, I told Keith that too, and I was like, man, I don't know why we've never talked about the end game. Like, we actually haven't. Like, if we would have talked about it, there could have been a different scenario where you weren't on the block, but we never did. And, like, the fact that we're just talking about it now, it does make me more secure with you. And, like, and it just, like, it's an easier decision to keep you. And he's like, yeah, like, we've never talked about the end game, blah, blah, blah. But again, I told him, like, this week, you and Tina had to be on the block. Like, two of you three had to be on the block. If Tera didn't win, she'd be on the block still with Tina.
Yeah.
Like, it just comes down to one of you guys having to go home. Now we have a situation where there's three people over there that are literally oddballs. Like, they're odd. They're not going to work together.
Yeah.
Like, Kiefer constantly throws Tera under the bus. He was riding with Tina, so if she's gone, he's not riding with anybody over there. Braden's not working with Keith. Braden's not working with Tera. So it's like, now we just have three kind of random floaters that are just chilling.
That can all work out for us.
Yeah.
Except Tera, really.
In different ways, yeah.
Yeah.
And they legitimately don't talk to each other.
Exactly.
Braden and Tera.
Yeah, no, they don't. And like, Tera's now going to be alone. So she has nowhere to go. Keeping Tina strengthens her.
Of course.
Yeah.
She has more confidence. She's more confident now.
She does. That's what I was
The way
saying.
she's
Beth.
running and
That's
she's
what I
like,
said.
who is this?
I
She's
know.
like, I don't care anymore. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not worried. It is what it is. Like, I don't care in this game. Like, I'm just gonna
She's never
play.
cared.
Yeah, I know.
But she has this new, like,
Exactly.
She won one comp. That's
I
fine.
know.
I know.
Her head, it blew up when she
Blew
won
up.
that.
hey, she's a new person.
No, watch when she's on the block next week and like one of us wins the veto. Then you'll see. She'll come back. She'll come back down.
Come back to that. Oh, remember how she was during the HOH call?
Yeah, yeah.
That was Tera.
That is her.
Who this is? I don't know who this is.
Yeah, but once she hears today that
Oh,
she's
yeah.
losing Tina.
Yeah, she'll freak the fuck out. She will.
Because I don't want her going to HOH with confidence.
Exactly.
I don't like this.
Exactly.
Like, she's going in there believing she can win. I don't want her to believe she can win.
I feel the same way, bro.
No.
I feel the same way.
That's why my conversation with her, I think, kind of needs to be cutthroat because she thinks that her hope to get into the anti is what she's told me a million times is me.
Mm-hmm.
Because my move is cutting one of you guys. That's my $100,000 move.
Mm-hmm.
And just bringing her as this female motivated move, and I'll win against her
Yeah.
every time. Obviously, who the fuck wouldn't?
Yeah.
She says you guys would never take her, and she knows that.
Oh, she's right about
She
that.
just says over and over and over, and my only hope to get in final two is you, Beth. My only hope. And then she goes to Jed and just says my name.
Literally.
But she did tell me, she's like, when it comes back to you, know that I'm saying your name, but it doesn't mean anything. But I think she's kind of just covering her ass.
She's 100% covering her ass.
Yo, I do not want her winning money.
Yeah, me neither.
No.
Me neither.
She doesn't deserve any money.
No.
She literally doesn't. I'd be so mad if she was a finalist of this season. I'd be so mad.
She's definitely playing harder than Braden has, but
Yeah,
still, you don't just start playing on day 41.
exactly.
I don't want either of them having
When we have been playing since fucking week 1.
I just don't want them having money.
I agree.
I'd rather lose than have them have money.
I agree.
Oh, yeah.
I agree.
I already said, like, we get to Final 3, we've won.
100%. That's exactly how I feel. So I felt this whole game.
That's what I'm saying.
So if anyone ever tells you guys differently, do not believe them. I'm not bringing anybody else. I don't care.
I do not want any of them having money.
No, that would piss me off to the max.
Like if it's us three, great. Keith, I'm still good with it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, me too.
If Keith takes me out in the 4, I'm fine. I'm good. Good.
Keith winning money, I'd be okay with
I could be okay with that too. He's
but
been,
nobody else, man. Nobody else but us.
No.
yeah. We gotta do our best to make sure that doesn't happen.
No one else deserves it. No one else been riding with
No.
us.
Yeah.
They just haven't been.
That's the other reason, like, I
And no
like,
one knows. Like, it was made so clear when Tera was like, you guys have had a low point in this game.
oh, that pissed me off to the max.
It just bothers me because it's like, that was the point where her and Tina lied to us. They lied straight to my
I was
face.
like, are you serious? Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, they're same thing. We're gonna vote out Keith. Okay, sick.
Boom, flip.
And then they flip and then try to explain it, being like, well, I don't have to explain myself to you, but I'm going to anyways.
Holy shit.
Terrible.
This fires me out.
Do you know what I mean? Like, Tina's supposed to be working with us.
I know.
What has she done besides nothing? I'm still loyal to the Sunsetters.
How? I actually don't know how.
Even
'Cause
when
you-
we voted against us and didn't tell us.
Yeah. No.
Like, how? Like, what have you done for us ever in this game? Besides
Nothing.
Besides not tell everybody.
Exactly. That's the only
That would
thing.
have sewered your own self.
That's
Like,
her biggest pitch is that, like, I've never told anyone about this. But you haven't done it. You haven't told us anything about other people either, though. Like, you didn't tell us about the oddballs. Even if it was fucking 45-minute lines. That's something you should tell your lines. You have 8
There's
people.
7 people
Yeah, you have
coming
7
against
people
you.
gunning for you guys.
Just
by
so
the
you know.
way. Yeah.
names were being said in a room with Vic in it, and you didn't come tell anybody?
No, they didn't have the power to do anything about it. Okay, but I still want to know so that if we have the power, we can take those people out that are talking about us.
It's because she didn't have faith that we would actually make it this far, though. Everyone's
Yeah.
heard our names this entire game, and she's like, I don't want to associate with that.
No, that's true.
But on the channel,